Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and today we are going to be organizing all of these. So I actually just recently reorganized these and I'm pretty happy with most of the shelves, but there are some shelves that I don't love and I definitely want to add some more decorations to them. I ordered some stuff off Etsy, so I'll show you guys that. But today I kind of want to add more of these candles, but I ordered these off Amazon, so I guess we'll see if we can find any in the store today. I definitely really like having these out on the bookshelf. It just makes it really cozy. And then I also have some plants, which I don't know, you can see this one. I have this guy. Obviously they're fake, but I have 3 of those sitting on the shelf and I would just really like to add some more plants to it. I also have a corner piece, which I'll show you guys here in just a second, but that definitely needs some more decorations. So the plan today, I want to run to Hobby Lobby and see what we can see. Maybe Target. It's later in the day. It's 3:20 and all these stores to get stuff are actually like 45 minutes away from me. I live in a smaller town that's away from all those stores. So we are gonna go there and see what we can see. If Target's still open by the time we get over there, then we'll swing by Target and see what we can find if I don't find enough stuff at Hobby Lobby. But Hobby Lobby usually has some really good stuff there. So like I said, we'll see what we can find. And then I also need to get some new shorts because it is summertime. It's actually really rainy, so that's why I have a cardigan on. But I'm ready for the warm weather. It's time. It's May. It's like almost the end of May and I'm ready. But yeah, I don't really have any shorts that fit me and I need some more like tops for summertime. So we're gonna go to, I think, American Eagle. There's like a strip section in this town where there's a bunch of outlet malls. I also need to go to Ulta and grab some items. I'll do a haul once we're back. So yeah, it's gonna be very late afternoon. I had to work today from 8 to noon and then I came home, cleaned the house a little bit and got ready. That's why it's so late. Okay, so this is my bookshelf. There's obviously, I don't have enough books to fill the space, but for the most part, I really like the way my shelves are. This shelf hasn't changed since I put these bookshelves together. My boyfriend actually built these for me. Very grateful. But yeah, for the most part, I really like the way they're set up. There's some shelves like these ones down at the bottom, this shelf that I want to rearrange. I got some new books, which I'll also show you guys. The side shelves literally have nothing. We have my Target edition of Onyx Storm here. That's it. I got this for Christmas, so that's just it. And then we got my TBR jar, and then we have my little stamp that my mom got me, which I love. So I kind of want the hanging plants, and then I will probably put some of the hanging plants on the bookshelves, kind of space them out to make the shelves look a little bit fuller. And then that way I can also have possibly more books to put on my TBR cart. We shall see. That way we can do TBR videos with the TBR cart instead of my shelves. Which, I don't know about you guys, but I personally enjoy watching TBR videos more when there's a cart involved. You can just see all the book options that way. I don't know. If you guys prefer something different, please let me know in the comments down below, but I think that's the plan. Like I said, I have some books to show you guys when we get home. We went book shopping and I have an exciting book of the month book that I kind of want to show you guys. My cousin's coming along with me, so I'm waiting for her to get here and then we will head out. Alright guys, we're at Hobby Lobby now and we got some Dutch Bros. And I got a matcha, which I didn't even know Dutch Bros had matcha. So we're gonna try it. What'd you get?
Dragon Slayer ice green tea. I had to think about that so hard.
This is my cousin Ashlyn. I didn't even tell you guys who it was. Let me move the camera over just a little bit. But there's so many people here, it's not even funny. And there's been an old lady that keeps staring at us. But yeah, this is the raspberry matcha, so I'm gonna mix it up and then we can try it. There's a hair.
Ew.
I don't know if you can see that.
Probably your dog hair.
Honestly, probably.
It just looks so gross.
Okay, honestly, if I was to look at this when it's mixed up, it doesn't even look like a matcha. It's not green at all. It's like a light pink tan color. It doesn't look like matcha. I don't know, let's see how it goes. There's like a hint of matcha and it's just raspberry. I mean, it's not terrible, but I definitely prefer like Starbucks matcha or something over Dutch Bros. Anywho, we are here. Took some battling traffic, but we are here. We're gonna go inside, see what we can find.
More socially awkward.
Let's do it. Okay, I don't think I had that receiver plugged in correctly, so hopefully you guys can actually hear us now. Hobby Lobby was honestly kind of a bust. They didn't have a ton of things, and they already had all their fall stuff out already.
Yeah, I kind of am guessing they've had their fall stuff all year.
Probably, honestly.
That whole aisle smelled like pumpkin spice.
Yeah. They had a ton of, like, empty aisles, honestly, and a lot of grad stuff, which, granted, it is almost graduation time, so that's fine. But they also had 4th of July stuff out, and it's May, and they had fall stuff out. And again, it's May. So I don't really know. I was going to get a plant. As you guys saw in the last clip, there was a plant in my cart, but then I decided to put it back because I think I want more of like I don't know what they're called, but they're like more white plants with like more white leaves. That's kind of the ones that I have in my book room already. So I think I'm just going to honestly order them on Amazon. I don't know if we're going to make it to Target today. I don't think Target would have that stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen fake plants at Target.
Yeah.
Or not very many.
So I think we're just going to head over to that shopping strip that I was telling you guys about earlier. It's 5:30 right now and they close at 7. And I think it takes like, 15 minutes to get over there. See if we can find some shorts and tops.
Oh, is that what we need?
Yes. I just told her we were going. I didn't tell her what we were going for. Okay, so we just got back from shopping. We're not back. We just got us some Chick-fil-A.
Those are your sad little chicken strips.
I got chicken strips, fries, and then she got chicken nuggets. So we're going to eat this. It's 7:40 right now, so I think we're going to head home. Like I said, it takes like 45 minutes for us to get home. Oh, we still have to go to the grocery store because I need creamer and some snacks for the week. I guess I could go to the grocery store in town, but it's more expensive there. So we're already over here. We might as well just go get some food. So it's going to be a late night for us because we're old ladies and 8 o'clock's late. So there's a freaking hair on that. But yeah, I will update you guys when we get back home, and then if I have enough light, I'll do a little haul. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it is later the next day. We got home, I want to say at like 10 o'clock at night. We ended up having to go to another grocery store because my cousin needed some cat litter. We got home super late, so I did not want to film. I just literally threw everything in my book room and I went to bed. So it's time to do a haul. Also, I'm really sorry that the background is kind of boring. This is the wall that I was talking about earlier that I wanted to decorate. This wall and this wall over here is very blank. My plan was originally to do a bookshelf that went up and over, but I don't really know how long we're gonna be at this house, and I don't have enough books to fill that up, and it's probably be a couple years before I can, fill a whole other bookshelf. So I think I'm gonna do something different. I have kind of an idea in my head, but for now it's blank, so I apologize for that. Before we get started on this haul and trying to reorganize my bookshelves, I don't really know how much I'm gonna do today reorganizing wise, just because I didn't find any plants. I'm gonna order some off Amazon and I don't really know how long that's gonna take. I haven't really looked at Amazon since yesterday, but I did get this at the store. This is the Bloom Sparkling Energy. I've never had this before, but it's the strawberry watermelon. It has prebiotics in it, so I figured let's try it out. Also, if you hear something in the background, my dogs are sitting. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys something. Alright, so if you guys watched my last video, you saw my dog on my phone screen. Today's his birthday, tomorrow's my birthday, and he's 8. I just love him to pieces. So we got lots of new toys and treats this morning, and look at these. This was him in our kitchen. He got a little monkey. I love him so much. He is an Alaskan Kleekai. This guy right here is a red heeler. I love both my dogs. He is 8 and then he is 4. This is Reno. That's Malachi. I love you. He's the best. And that guy, he has the weirdest personality ever. I mean, both of them do, but my lord. Anyways, moving on. Let's try this energy drink. I don't know if I can open this though. It's actually pretty good. I guess let's start with Hobby Lobby because it has the least amount of things. My theme in my book room, this room just recently transformed into this book room within the last year. It used to be my spare bedroom, which I will insert a clip here. It used to be really dark, just cramped. It used to be our extra storage room slash spare bedroom, so it just, yeah. I was tired of it feeling crowded and I was running out of space for my books. Thus, this room was born. What I wanted this room to be was like a sage green color, and then I wanted like white and more taupey, boho, that kind of theme. And so far, I really like it. I'll probably do a book room tour video at some point, but for right now, you know, you kind of get the gist of things. So I got my house also, I don't really know if I would call it rustic, but that's kind of the theme that I have going on the rest of my house. And I have these little trucks. I have one for Christmas and I have one just for normal display, so I thought it'd be really cute if I put one in my book room. So it's a little brown truck with flowers, and I thought it'd be really cute next to maybe like my Elsie Silver books or something. And then I also got this little flower. It's white, but it has kind of like a brown distressed edges, which is really cute. I thought it would fit in perfectly. I think I showed you guys this, but my plants, this is what I meant by white, more white plants. I don't know if you can see, but they have little white fuzzies on them. So I think it matches the theme more instead of like the bright green everywhere. But yeah, and then we have like the tan pots. Got that. The next one that I got, I don't really know where I'm gonna put in this or if I'm just gonna leave it just to decorate. It has, it reminds me of burlap. That's the word I was looking for, but I don't know. I thought it was really cute, so I got it. And then the last two things that I got at Hobby Lobby were these little plants. They're not plants. Metal cutout of a plant, and this one's kind of broken. I gotta be careful as I'm sitting there shaking it. But it's got the brown bottom, and it's like a cream tan. It looks really white on the camera, but they're more tan. So I think now I'll show you guys my books and then we'll switch over to clothes and stuff. I ended up getting my book of the month book delivered a couple days ago, and I'm so excited because I have just recently started seeing this book everywhere and so many people rate it 6 stars, and I am so excited to jump in and see what the hype's about. So it is Silver Elite by Danny Francis, and they actually did have like a special edition version of it. Here's what the dust jacket looks like. And then it's got the sprayed edges, which I think is super pretty. I saw this book in Barnes & Noble and they have the silver sprayed edges, which is also really cool. What are you doing? He's squeaking his monkey. If you guys hear a squeak in the background, I apologize, but I can't take it away from him because it's his birthday. I'm really excited. I haven't read the synopsis of this book or anything, so I don't really know what it's about. I just heard that it's amazing. The next couple books I got all together because my cousin actually, last year for my cousin and I's birthdays, because we're a week apart, we went in and we did like a book swap. I gave her a list of books that I wanted. She gave me a list of books she wanted, and we kind of bought a book and, you know, showed it to each other. This year, though, she chose the book that she really liked, and I chose the book I really liked, and we gave them to each other. The book she gave me, which I honestly wasn't sure if I would pick up, but I'm really glad that she got this for me because I'm excited. It is Assistant to the Villain. I've heard this book is amazing. Just a quick, fun read. I'm really excited to jump into this. Sometimes you just need those books that are just a quick fun read, and I think with the next books that I bought, this is going to be a really good one to throw into the mix. All right, so the next book I am super excited about. This one I actually saw just scrolling through Instagram. I saw somebody say if you really liked Silver Elite, you have to read this book, and I saw it at Barnes & Noble and I read the back and I was like, yes. Immediately picked it up, bought it. This is The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson, and this is the first book that I've seen hardback that doesn't have a dust jacket, but this book is gorgeous. Like, absolutely gorgeous. So this book, if you guys have not heard about it, is about a girl. Her name is Rhea or Raya. I have no idea how to say her name. She is a halfling, and in this world, halflings are always killed. She has this weird ability. She can call forth winds. No idea how she can do it or where it comes from. She also has this weird birthmark on her that she has no idea what it means. And in this world, it is inevitably discovered that she is a halfling. And in the middle of her execution, because like I said, halflings are always killed in this world, she is saved by Commander Scythe. And I have no idea anything about this man. It doesn't really say anything on the back of the book about him, but he takes her into the Northlands. And the further she gets away from her home, she realizes that everything she knows about her world, people she grew up with, herself, is not as everything seems. And come to find out, the birthmark that she actually has on her means she is a remnant. And in this world, remnants are, there's 4 of them. There's 4 souls scattered across this world that is called forth to help try and balance the magic, or they die trying. And she is just starting to come to terms with this power that she has, and she's trying to learn how to master it while also trying to master her feelings for this Commander Scythe. And I am so excited, you guys. This book sounds right up my alley, and I'm so ready to jump in and read it. The next book I also have seen everywhere, and I am also super excited to jump into this book. It is Shield of Sorrows by Devney Perry. Why do I know that author's name? That's where I know it from. That's crazy. She went from writing like the Indigo Ridge, this is the Eden series, to this book. I'm actually really intrigued now. Not that I wasn't intrigued before, but this book is also absolutely gorgeous. The cover, the dust jacket's amazing. The sprayed edges are so pretty. They match the dust jacket perfectly. Absolutely gorgeous. The art in this book, I'm sorry, what? And then the back also. So pretty. I wonder if the actual book itself. Okay, the author is so gorgeous. Ooh, that's so pretty. Anyways, this book, if you guys haven't heard about this book, is about a girl. She's a princess, she has a sister, and I don't know if she's a human. Doesn't really specify in the little blurb. She basically has no powers, and in this world... Brief intermission. What? Oh, I thought that was a huge spider. It's just a giant ant. Back to the book. I don't remember where I was, but pretty much the gods put monsters on in this world to control I don't know if they're humans or whatever they are, the people that have no powers, to put fear in them that, you know, they are little, they have no powers, they're basically nothing. And our female main character, like I said, she's a princess, but to her it doesn't really mean anything that she's royalty, and she just doesn't enjoy that she's powerless and that these monsters rule their world. And her sister, on the other hand, absolutely loves it. She's eating up that she, you know, is royalty. She continues to play the part. Our female main character just seems like she's not loving life based on the blurb. But one day, a famous monster hunter rolls around, and pretty much it's an arranged marriage. She ends up doing this magical blood bond, marries the guy, and sails back across with him. And she learns so much about her world, and that not all myths are myths. I'll read you guys the last little chunk of the blurb, but it says, "That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and that the only way to kill the monsters we fear was to become one." So I really want to jump into this book, but I have so many other books that I need to read. If you hear snoring in the background, it's my dog. He snores with his eyes open sometimes, and he's awake. I don't know. He's weird. All right, these next 2 books you would have seen in my last video. I actually ended up filming my June TBR early, just because I wanted to have a video edited and ready to go, because I want to start my channel in June and then, you know, have some videos to film afterwards. On my TBR, I have Flock by Kate Stewart. If you guys haven't watched that video, I will leave it linked down below. And then if I can figure it out, a little card up top. And my sister-in-law recommended this book to me, and she said it's gonna rip my heart out. Very excited to jump into this. I have no idea what it's about. And the next book, I actually cheated a little bit, and I started reading this book even though it's on my June TBR, so I don't really know if it's going to be part of my June wrap-up. I'm sorry. I cheated. So far, I have mixed feelings on that book. The 2 characters that I absolutely love is in the second book, so I had to pick up the second book. This is God of Pain by Rena Kent. I'm so excited for Creighton and Annika's story. Absolutely love Creighton. He's just such a mysterious character who doesn't talk, and I love that type of main male character. I'm not going to say too much because, one, I'm not very far into God of Malice, and two, it's the second book in a series. I don't really want to spoil anything in that book. So, yeah. Very excited. I got some stuff from Etsy. I haven't opened these boxes yet, so it's gonna be me showing you guys for the first time too. This same order, I also bought this. Just says Fantasy Lane. This wasn't the same order, but it was from Etsy, so I kind of wanted to show you. If you guys have read Quicksilver, it's one of my all-time favorite books as well. Osha Butterfly, Oshalith, I think is what they're called. And then some Quicksilver. If you guys are interested in any of this, I'll try and link the Etsy shops down below that I got these from. Like I said, I haven't looked at these. I just opened the... Are you kidding me? There's a little dog sticker on here. This is so cute. So this is the Etsy shop. This is Luna Bookish Flames candles. This is her card if you guys are interested. Here's this as well. I hope this is focusing. I don't want to open this. So it comes in all this bubble wrap. Yay! This is a Pei and Kai candle. If you guys have read Powerless, it is one of my all-time favorite books. That's the book I actually got my cousin in our book swap. Look how cute that is. Absolutely love it. I probably won't ever burn this candle. And it has like... You probably can't tell, but it's like sparkly on the top. I know exactly where this is going. Here's my Powerless section. I literally left a little spot here because I knew I was going to get this candle, but I'm so excited. I love it. Here's Mr. Snorri Butt. Hi. Hey, bubbies. Good boy. Good boy. How buddy. Next package that we have, I think I opened it upside down. Okay, this is it flipped over. I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, Lord. You guys have read Fourth Wing? I got the chair. It says, my house, my chair, my woman. And if you guys have read that and you know that quote, I had to get it. It's going to sit next to my Onyx Storm special edition, I think. Or, I don't know. We'll find a place for it. Look how cute that is. I'm really excited. But I think I want to wait to decorate till I get the plants and stuff, so that way I know exactly where everything's going to go. That is it for today. I'll probably jump back in whenever I decide to, you know, order those plants whenever I get them. I'll see you guys whenever the next decorations arrive. Alright guys, it is now quite a bit later. I have had a crazy 2 weeks, and I apologize for the lighting, but this is what we're gonna have to work with, because this is the only time I have really to film. Because last week was crazy. I ended up working a lot, and then we had a long weekend for Memorial Weekend. We ended up going camping with my family, and I'm just really tired. Also worked quite a bit this week. I did ultrasound this week and last week along with my regular job, and my friend's actually getting married this weekend, and then I work next weekend. So we're just gonna have to roll with the lighting. I'm doing my best. I bought a little light. Hopefully it's helping. I don't really know. My Amazon stuff actually did show up, so I'm going to show you guys what we got. Some of it I did open already just because I kind of wanted to make sure it was something that I would like before I started filming this part of the video. But we are about to tackle trying to reorganize this. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do have some of these shelves that I do really like, and I want to keep. I'm like 50-50. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing came in this little... I was making sure it didn't have my address on it. I don't know why it would be on this tiny box, but this is the first thing. Came in this little box. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it's a little hanging plant. It's got a white pot. A lot of them that I found ended up having black pots, and I didn't want a black pot because obviously everything's white. Like I said, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I think it would be really cute on one of these corner shelves over here. And then it also has like these little fake rocks in it, which is really cute. Not that anybody's going to really pay attention to that or see that. The next thing that I got, I really don't want to pull out of here because it has styrofoam on the bottom of it, and that's why I didn't completely pull it out of the box when I first looked at it. We're going to have to get over it. I hate styrofoam so much. And I hate when there's like styrofoam pieces everywhere, because now it's going to be all over my room. Oh, Oh my gosh. That's just gonna have to sit back there. Anywho, F minus for the packaging, but the plant itself is really pretty. These, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about with the gray or the white plants. I figured out they're called gray plants, but they're not super, super bright green. They're a little bit more toned down, which I really like. And then this pot is so cute. Yeah, if I can, I'll link these in the description down below if you guys are interested. These other ones I haven't opened yet, so I need to grab scissors. I don't honestly really remember what I ordered because I ordered these like a week and a half ago. And I've just been too busy to open anything. What kind of, it's like wrapped around the outside of the box. Okay, so this is the plant we have. I think I remember what this one is. I can't remember if it's a hanging one or not. Oh, it's like a half pot. I didn't know that part. And it's like really fake leaves. I have to fluff it up, but this is pretty much what it looks like. I don't know how much I love this one. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. There's that. And the last thing in this box, I do know what these are. These are extra candles. I wish Emmy Reeds has these ones that like actually look like flickering candles. She posted them somewhere, but I don't know where they were at. I also don't think I have batteries. This package comes with like a tour. Just get used to the fact that I can't speak English. 2 bigger ones and then 2 medium-sized ones, even though they're different sizes. 1 super tiny one. Those are what we have. And then it also comes with 2 remotes, which I already have 1 remote. That is everything that I got for decorating. Okay, so I guess I will just start off by showing you guys which shelves that I really like and that I'm going to keep, and which shelves that don't really love that I'm going to change up. So my 4th wing shelf has actually been the same since I've had these bookshelves, so I still really like it. Sorry for the glare. My Quicksilver shelf I really like, Powerless, and then my Akatar shelf I really like. I like this little dude. I think I got him off either Amazon or Etsy, I can't remember. Throne of Glass is decent. There's just random books on each side, so I don't really know what I'm going to do there. And then my Plated Prisoner series I like, but I wish that there was more to do with Plated Prisoner, like some sort of gold something there. This shelf I really like my Archer's Voice and the light blues that I have set up here with the candle. And then my Magnolia Parks is going to stay because I really like the way this is set up also. But the rest, I think we're going to switch up. And then over here, I want to also decorate so I have more books to put over here without the shelves looking super empty. So we'll see if we can accomplish that. And then these are pretty much empty. Okay, so I don't really know the best way to go about this. I think I'm just going to start taking books off the shelves that I know I want to change, and then we'll catch back up in a second. This one I'm kind of torn with. I like the White Lark, the way that they're set up. I just don't love the books on this side, so really know what to do about this Archer's Voice one because I like this side, but I don't love over here. Okay, so we're just gonna ignore the fact that it's a couple days later. My friend actually got married yesterday, and now we're back to finishing these bookshelves. Also, I didn't plan on fake tanning yesterday for the wedding, but it happened, and I didn't pay attention to like the underside of my hands. I did on top, but not so much here, so ignore the orange splotches. But I think we're going to start with the shelf over here, which as you can see is right underneath my Akatar ones and next to my 4th wing. And I kind of want to mimic what we have going on this side over here. I'll show you guys really quick. So how we have like a stacked set of books over here, a candle, and then, you know, some spinach showing. Because I want to keep
the fantasy like up top. I don't really want it to go like 2 fantasy shelves and then nothing. So that's what we're going to do here. Also ignore these books here. These aren't staying here. I have an idea of which books that I want to stack. So let me grab them really quick. And I think we're going to put them in the corner just so they, kind of face the opposite way that the other ones are facing on the other side. I don't know if I have really any smaller ones. So I'm going to go with this one. This is like more of a medium size. And we're going to put that right on top. Book-wise here, I think I want to stick with darker spines, and I want a long enough either series or multiple, series to go here to fill up that space, so it's not just a bunch of random books. So I took some books off my TBR cart just so that way they have a home. And I think the longest series that I have besides like this one up here, even though these are a bunch of duologies and novellas, but this is the Crowns of Nyaxia series from, Chris Broadbent. So I think I'm going to put all these here. I think I like that. That's going to be their home. But I also want this space to be filled up. So I'm going to grab, I think we'll do these ones because these ones are darker also. This is the Crimson Moth duology. Do I like? I think I'm going to put them over here because these are kind of lighter and it goes into a darker color. So let's scooch these over and we'll put these right here. And that's the shelf. Moving on while we're standing here, let's do this shelf. So these, like I said, these books aren't staying here. So I'm going to move them back to where they were. I think what I'm going to do is just do my Lightlark series again here. Because we also have the same thing going on the other side with my Powerless series. And then, let's do, because I did not have a home for these. They were kind of just chilling on the top. Perfect. I really like those 2 shelves so far. You can barely see me, but we're here for the shelves. So moving on to this side, I have my Throne of Glass series on this shelf, which I think I'm honestly going to move because this is Sarah J. Maas, this is Sarah J. Maas, which is fine, but I don't have another fantasies that have super bright colors that would look good together on this shelf over here. So for here, continuing fantasy again, but I kind of want to do, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a shelf with similar colors and then doing a plant and some sort of decoration so it matches the other side where my Actar series is. So I'm going to grab some books and just throw them up there and see what happens. This is one of the books that also didn't have a home. It's the Windweaver, and it kind of, I don't know. I'm thinking we might go with this theme because I seem to have a lot of fantasies that are more on the maroon side. So like I also have Diabound here and these spines kind of match. So throw those up there. And then I also have I don't even know what duology this is. Put those up there also since those are taller. And I think these are the last books that I have that are similar colors. So this was the plant that was with my Magnolia Park series, but I think I like it better up here. And then let's use my little fantasy sign from Etsy that I got. I will try and link this down below if I can find it again. I think let's do that. I think that looks really cute. If only you guys could see the setup that I have right now so that you can actually see the top shelves of my bookcase. It's kind of sad. I'm standing on top of a chair and you guys are sitting on top of a heater box with my tripod almost all the way up. So hopefully we don't fall down. I think we're going to move on to this shelf right here. I also probably should have put this at the beginning of the video, but my bookshelves are based off of or organized off of genres as well as colors and series. So like as you can see here, these are all fantasies, but they're all like maroon theme. This one's a whole series. This is the Throne of Glass series. So I think right here I want to do like a darker blue theme because I do have a lot of fantasies that are all blue. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do here. And then I also have like a decoration here. The other shelf, I already showed you guys that with my Akatar that has decorations also. So I think I'm gonna leave these top 2 decoration free and just do books, and then the middle one I'll do some sort of decoration. I think here is also going to be fantasy. I think these top 3 rows are going to be fantasy. This one might just not be as strict on like color theme because I'm running out of books that run in the same color theme. So I already have some books stacked here. I don't really know how we're going to do it. This is a Fate Inked in Blood. This one's a taller one, so I might put that one there. I don't really know. I'm just going to kind of put these up and then organize as we go. All right, this is what we got here. The only one that's kind of throwing me off is this gold one right here, but it's part of the series and I don't want to separate the series. So there's that. I'll probably keep going and hopefully I'll find more that fit this color theme. We're going to move on to this shelf. Let me move this over. Okay, now that I'm up here, I honestly might swap these two shelves because when you walk in, this is the side you pay attention to more because the side's up against the wall. So I might swap these two, but in the meantime, we'll work on this one. So I just have the first three of the Blood and Ash series here. So I'm going to stand these up and then this is what we have. So we have random colors here. I'm just going to kind of put these all up here and then I'll decide what I want to do. But then I also have the Six of Crows duology, and then I have a bunch of lighter spined books, which is the Shepherd King duology and the first book of the Cruel Prince, which I feel like these ones look really good here. And I might honestly just stop here and then do a decoration or something. I'm going to do a candle up here, and then maybe my last plant can go up there, because I think I have one plant that I don't have a home for yet. Okay, this plant's a maybe. I might end up putting this on the corner shelf, but for now, we can. I think most of these stuff, like this is a for sure spot where they're going, but little details might change, so if I do change that, I'll just show you guys at the end so you're not bored me sitting here like trying to debate what side goes on what. But I think I like this shelf the way it is. So we're going to leave that. I'm decided I'm going to move my Throne of Glass series down just to break up the colors and the authors a little bit more. So I'm going to move my Plated Prisoner series up here. Okay, so this shelf has me thrown off a little bit just because I don't really know what to put here. I really want to get like some sort of gold something to go here because no candles really fit on either side of it. I could probably fit different books on the end, but I kind of just want this to be just one series because it takes up majority of the shelf, but not quite enough. Maybe if I turned to be facing out. But I kind of like the gold drip spines. I'm going to leave this just as is. I think I'm going to go on either Amazon or Etsy and see if I can find something like gold to fit on either side here. Okay, so these ones are all like darker red, which I was trying to put the red on that side because this is more red. I don't know. We shall see. We're just going to put these up here and see how it looks. I think I'm going to take a break from this fantasy stuff and then we'll go down to the bottom of this bookshelf and kind of put the bottom back together. And that way we kind of get an overall look of everything and how it looks so far. And then we can do the finishing touches later. I might actually come to this corner because I don't have to think too hard about the corner. You can't see me. I apologize, but I don't want to get whacked with the door if it opens. So I definitely want a hanging plant. And this is my least favorite hanging plant that I bought. So I think I'm going to put this one. I'll just put a candle or something next to it. Moving down a little bit more, I think I'm going to just put back up my sign that I got for Christmas. This is Dogs, Books, and Coffee. Since it's dangling down, I don't want anything like too tall to distract from it. So I'm going to put this flower thing that I got that I showed you guys right next to it and call that good for that little shelf. This is the fun one because I have my Target Edition Onyx Storm that I definitely want to put back on my shelf because I did have this sitting up here earlier. And I also have, I know this quote is not from Onyx Storm, it's from Iron Flame. I have a second edition of this one, so I'm going to put my seat right there. And this next one, I kind of already threw stuff on here. So this is a little jar. I don't think I'm going to put anything in that. We'll do a candle, and then I think I'm just going to put my TBR jar here. I think we're going to do that for now. These were the other two decorations that I had on my shelf before. And then I also have this little fake bookcase that my grandma gave me. The books kind of fell. I might just do this for now. I don't really have any other decorations for the bottom two shelves, so I might just leave those blank for now. I might just end up swapping maybe my stamp maybe we'll roll with that and see how we like it. For now, this is what we got for the side. Okay, guys, I apologize. I've been doing some thinking and I've moved some stuff around. I reset up my Throne of Glass series and I moved this up a shelf. I think this is going to be like a blue theme romance. I feel like my romance novels just throw me off the most. This is what takes the most time of me trying to figure out how to make these look good. Because like I said, I like my books to be color coordinated and in the same genre. And I tried to stick my series in the same shelf, but these romance ones just throw me off so much. That's what we have going on here. Again, I don't really know what to put on either side of these. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Sorry we are so up close and personal. We're in the corner of my room. We're moving on to this shelf. I moved my Magnolia Parks ones on this side. I'll show you guys why in a second. But I do have this hanging plant that I really want on this side because I think it just looks better once it's up against a wall. And then I don't really know what I'm doing with these ones. These are my Elsie Silver books. What I want to go over here, I think these colors would just look so pretty with this plant. So I have my Kristen Hanna, two of my Kristen Hanna books here. These ones are more like emotional books. So I also have these ones, which are emotional books. We have The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros and Reminders of Him. So we have those ones there. I just don't have any other books that would look good over here. So I might grab, I just have the first two of the Boys of Tolman series, and that one is also emotional. So I might put those ones over here. All right. I found some other books that are blue. All right, listen. I also have these two, but this one's red, so I don't really know what to do about that one. Okay, I feel like this looks fine. It's not the blue theme that I was going for, but it's got the same genre. I don't know. I feel like it works. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said before, I moved these Magnolia Parks ones over here. I think this shelf needs a candle also. All right, we have this one. I have, I really love this series. I'm kind of sad I'm hiding them. Maybe I will switch this series, which is the Slammed trilogy from Colleen Hoover. I read the first one and I did not like it at all. I might just end up getting rid of these and unhauling them, but for now, I might just hide the ones I don't love over here. Also didn't love Never Never by her. Okay, I think these two shelves are done. All right, I apologize. We are pretty angled for this one, but my tripod doesn't go low enough. This one I think is going to be my dark romance shelf, so I have a lot of them already here already. So I'm going to go, this one I'm reading, it's on my June TBR, so that's why this has a bookmark in it, but I will take it off the shelf when I go to read it. And then that leaves room here, which I don't really think these are considered. I know these books are nothing compared to these, but I have Too Late by Colleen Hoover, and then I also have Verity by Colleen Hoover, and they don't really fit in any other shelf. So I'm going to put these in this shelf. We'll leave this for now. We'll come back to it. Okay, so we are now on the very far end of my shelf. That one over there, I was just doing, I think I'm going to do dark here also. So that way we have a dark shelf, colorful shelf, and a dark one at the very corner. This one, I think is going to be all my thrillers. I'm going to move my Heartstopper series away. Okay, so I switched these around. I think it just flows a little bit better. So this is a very, very full shelf of just my thrillers. I did, for the most part, do this one off camera, so I apologize. But I moved my Lid City series here. We have my Lauren Asher books here, and then a candle. I think that's it for these two. All right, so I only have 3 more shelves left. That one I can fill. That one I can fill. This one I don't really know what I'm going to do with. But I still have, ignore that, that's a wedding invite. These ones. These books to go. I'm probably going to get rid of those ones, and that top one's not mine. Then I still have all these books. I mean, I still can put stuff on my TBR cart, but we're looking a little full, but I'm really liking the results so far. Okay, so we are now on to my romance shelves. This is second to the bottom in the middle. I do have a lighter, like a light blue romance shelf going on up here. I have more darker colored books on this side, also right here. So I think I'm going to do the same thing on this shelf, the darker colored books. So I think I'm gonna do a lighter one here. And then I have a ton of pink romance books. I think I'm gonna put those here. I also have these ones, and I think I'm gonna put these on the bottom of my TBR cart because these are more like dystopian. The only ones I really have of those, so I'm gonna put those on the bottom since I'm running out of room. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one here. This is a lighter one. I already showed you guys my Elsie books, so I think I need to buy the rest of the series. Put this here in the middle, and then I'll have my little truck sitting on top. So I think we'll do that, and then we'll kind of work around the theme of these books, which I do have the Knock 'em Out trilogy, which also really well matches these books. So I think I'm going to put those on the side. I might actually just kind of squish these together and put a taller one on that side, and then I'll put First Time Caller, even though I think this would fit really well on a different shelf. I also just found The Things We Leave Unfinished, which is more of like an emotional book, but it doesn't really fit the color theme up there. So I might end up just putting this on. So the other lighter books that I have are Love and Other Words, which I think would fit really well down here. I think if I sit here and mess with this shelf too much, I'm going to end up not liking it. So I'm just going to leave that. All right, we're back to being angled again. I have a ton of pink romance books. I think I'm going to make this one more of like a pink shelf. This series drives me insane because this is pink and then we have red, which these two kind of go together. But then the first one is blue and yellow. Why? This is one that I might break up the series because I have a better spot for this one. All right, so before we can finish, I think I've reached a point where I need to bring out my TBR cart and start putting stuff on the TBR cart so that way everything blends a little bit better on my shelves. And the first thing we're going to start off with is the part of your world. I just got done telling you guys that this is the one that does not match the rest of the series. So I think I'm just going to put this one here. I might end up putting the rest of the series up there. And then we'll also do the same with the Twisted series because this doesn't have a perfect home. So we'll put these here. This one I'm kind of conflicted about because I read the first one and I didn't love it, but I definitely still want to finish it because I'm intrigued with the story. But I don't want to put this on the TBR cart when I've already read it. I might have a spot for this one and then just put these two on the shelf there. Obviously, these are all going to have to go on my shelf one day. I'll just have a different setup then. So for now, we're just going to put them here. And also all these that I told you guys about earlier. I was debating on putting this one on here. And then I realized it's actually on my June TBR. So we're just going to throw that one on the top. All right, this is what I came up with. We are just about done with these shelves. I think I'm going to end up unhauling The Broken Bow by Sophie Lark because I just do not plan on continuing that series. And then the only one that doesn't really fit is Summer Romance. That's what we're going to go with. And then I also did this shelf off camera. I need some more tan books to fill this shelf up a bit, obviously, but we have some decorations. I just put the other plant there because we do have a plant over here and then found a spot for that thing because I feel like that blends really well, and a little candle. I also put some more books on my TBR cart. So that's getting filled up. And then I moved some of these books around. I have these little bookends that I think I'm going to put there just to keep the books from falling over. You won't really be able to see it. And then the last little bit of decorations I just have this big candle and then I have my smaller little plant thing. I think for those, I'm going to end up putting them on this top shelf. And then I'm still going to try and find something gold that'll go with that series to go there. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to finish this shelf here. And then we have this last one to organize. And I think we are done. And then I have these ones. I might just put these on my TBR cart. Sorry, the lighting's really bad. The sun's going down. It's 7:40 now. And then we got the candle. And then I'll put my little cross up here. So that's that. All right, guys. So this is the final product of our shelf refresh. Pretty much redid all of them except like 4. Really liking the way that they turned out. Obviously, if I can find something before I post this video, I will insert a picture here of what that shelf ended up looking like. But other than that, we also need some stuff for the bottom here. So if you guys can think of anything, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm also debating on whether I should just leave it and, fill it as we go. Quick recap. We do have all fantasy up here, pretty much the top half, and then the bottom half is like romance, dark romance. We have one shelf of thrillers. Definitely still have room for some books. And then I also move my TBR card over here. I am going to take my books for my June TBR out and put them there just so I can remember. But yeah, that is going to be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for sticking along with me. I know this video was probably not a very short one. And if you guys have any suggestions for me with these shelves, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. I would love to hear some new ideas. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you guys made it to the end of this video and you would like to let me know, please leave this book emoji in the comments down below. I will be back every Sunday with a new video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week, read some good books, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.